What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in. I got options. I can pass that bitch like Stockton. Just joshing. I'm spending this holiday locked in. My body got rid of them toxins.
Hello and welcome. Today we've got another very special division reveal for Madden Guardian. And this is one that I'm kind of curious about. I didn't really think about this going into the division reveals, but I'm interested to see how this one will play out. And that is the Nfc East. Can't wait to see who's on what team.
I used to pray for times like this, to rhyme like this.
First up, we have everybody's favorite single-phrase Guardian, Showtime, who will be taking the helm of the Philadelphia Eagles. And everybody knows Showtime in the Discord server as a very verbose individual, with such catchphrases as, okay, LOL, and yes sir. And these are iconic throughout the server. His first game in our league was a 28-0 loss. If that's any indication how 21 will go, I'm sure he'll have a great time in this division. He'll roast anybody, but he will also get roasted along with everybody else. And in the end, he's one of our kinder Guardians. He takes it just like everybody else. He doesn't seem to mind. He doesn't get triggered. He doesn't get angry. He's a good presence to have. He's even-keeled and he plays his games. And he's always there. He's active. It'll be interesting to see how he does handling a pretty powerful Philadelphia Eagles squad. I mean, you've got an amazing offensive line. You've got actually weapons for the first time in a long time at the receiver core with Jalen Reagor. And we'll be interested to see how his speed matches up with his opponents in this division. He's got a great quarterback in Carson Wentz. Really can stretch the field with his legs, wait for things, and make things happen. It'll be interesting to see what happens. And on defense, man, you got big play Slade coming to the Eagles, and you got Fletcher Cox. That's all you need. You got your coverage and your pass rush. It'll be interesting to see how Showtime handles this Philadelphia Eagles squad. Next up, we have the Dallas Cowboys, who will be hiring Coach Muffin Man to guide them into the season. Not much is known about Muffin Man. He's a new addition to the server, but some notes about him. He likes to lose to Evo. Nice. He's consistent and keeps the same profile pic. That's very important. Everybody always gets confused when people change. He's a trade slut. He'll fit right into this league with the likes of LaCroix, Nfc. Just a variety of just trade whores. And he's a playoff caliber user. And then at the NFC, this will be really interesting to see because I don't think the NFC needs any more playoff teams. None. Each of these divisions is stacked. I'd be really surprised to see the NFC win all Super Bowls ever in all of Madden 21 because the AFC just looks like garbage. But we'll save that for another day. The Muffin Man will be taking into account a absolutely loaded Dallas Cowboys team with talent. You got Zeke Elliott, Amari Cooper, Dakota Prescott. All-star offensive line. That's all you need. Defense, you got D-Law. You've got a pretty good linebacking core with Jalen Smith and Leighton Vander Esch. This is a powerful squad that can make an impact with the right user. And from these notes, Muffin Man looks to be that guy.
Girls just wanna have fun. So they party.
Hey yo, Nashy, you go crazy.
But mama a party girl, she just wanna have fun too. They say you ain't wifey type, but I don't care, I want you.
Next up, we have the New York Football Giants, who have hired head coach Kohler to helm this unit into 21. Now, a lot can be said for Kohler. He's a staple of the Madden Guardian server. He's always there. He's always ready. He always inputs. And he always plays his games. He's an awesome, been there since the start kind of guy. And he is definitely a top-tier coach in this league. Playoff caliber is short selling. He can totally make the Super Bowl when he is locked in. Because when he is locked in, he's there and he's ready to go. He's a very highly aggressive user on defense. I mean, man, I've played him before, and holy shit. He will come at you from different angles, have your quarterback on the ground before you can even look at anything. And sometimes he'll bluff that blitz, and then it'll just be a pick six because you think it's a blitz. It's nightmare to play against. Highly aggressive, and with the right user, perhaps a strong safety in Jabril Peppers, turning that kind of guy into a playmaker. Watch out for Kohler. He really is too fucking good to be in any division. I'm really surprised that he made the NFC East here, because the NFC is where all the talent's at. There's nothing in the AFC. There needs to be some parity. I was really surprised to see Kohler not in the AFC, but NFC gets more and more stacked. And just like almost every other goddamn user in this league, he loves to trade. He is a trade whore. And just like Muffin Man and him, they'll get along. And Kohler is really inheriting a interesting New York Giants squad. He doesn't really have a quarterback. Daniel Jones, Danny Dimes, he's okay. But man, where you really got to watch out is that running back spot with Saquon Barkley. Man, he's dynamic. He can catch the ball. He can run the ball. He can probably throw the ball. I don't know. But really watch out for that offense. The only area of concern here, maybe wide receiver. But I'm sure Kohler can work something out on the trade fund for that. On defense, not much really to shake a stick at. I mean, it's an average squad. You've got Dexter Lawrence, rookie last year, a solid interior lineman. But at the linebacking core, Alec Ogletree, yuck. Safety, Jabril Peppers, solid addition. But we'll see how Kohler puts this defensive squad to use. That'll be really interesting to see how a defensive user, a defensive mastermind, puts an average to middling squad on the map.
Oh Lord, Jesse made another one.
Huh? Packing the mail, it's gone. She like I smell cologne. Yeah, I just signed a deal, I'm on. Yeah.
Here we have it, the Washington team, the undetermined Washington team, helmed by everybody's favorite admin, our brave and fearless leader, Evo. Now, when I first saw this, I thought there was a fair bit of collusion in this. This Washington team has a stacked defensive line. Sounds like the Infinity Gauntlet is gonna thrive again in Washington, D.C. Now, some notes on Evo. He won a fucking Super Bowl. Of course. That puts him in the top tier of talent. And we always say that he is not in the top tier of talent, but this proves otherwise. So if you see him whine and complain that he's not good anymore, just tell him he won a Super Bowl. And that invalidates any argument that can be made against him. He is our brave and dashing leader, of course, leading us through the turbulent times and leading us into Madden 21 with these awesome and amazing video reveals and video content. It's pretty great. And of course, his deepest and darkest secret has his little daughter Bella play his games. You didn't think he won that Super Bowl by throwing all those mesh routes and corner routes and stretches by himself. No, Bella's been studying ebook and YouTube offenses, watching Vamsey's games, and he knows what works, and she knows even better. And he is a D-line slot. This team is all D-line. Montez Sweat, Chase Young, Kerrigan. That is a studly lineup for somebody who knows how to use it. And I feel like in Evo's hands, this team will be deadly. But we'll see. On offense, Evo doesn't have much. Running back, Darius Geis, Adrian Peterson. We'll see how that goes. Could use a trade in the future. Quarterback Dwayne Haskins, a very unproven commodity, but people have done wonders with him in the Madden universe. Offensive line without Trent Williams is pretty middling. Schriff is there, Brandon Schriff, but we'll see. At receiving core, to throw his mesh routes and his shallow crossers and his corner routes, he has Scary Terry. And I think that's about it. Denzel Sims. Not much else there on the front for weapons, but I'm pretty sure Terry McLaurin will catch corner routes and shallow crossers just as good as anybody else. On defense, we have quite a stack unit on the D-line. Safeties, pretty okay. Landon Collins is an excellent safety that, if debbed right, can really become a force with Enforcer. He's got big hitter, so it'll be interesting to see how that happens. Linebackers, not much there as far as talent goes, but that D-line is really probably the dream of this team, and I see it as a good fit. And there we have it, another division reveal in the books. We had revealed the NFC East today. with the Muffin Man taking over the Dallas Cowboys, Showtime taking over the Philadelphia Eagles, Coach Kohler taking over the New York Giants, and Coach Evo taking over the team in Washington, D.C. This is an interesting division. We know Evo's good. We know Kohler's good. Showtime, bit of an unknown commodity. And Muffin, a completely unknown commodity. So we'll see. There'll be a pretty tumultuous feud going between Kohler and Evo. And that's a real matchup with some real tension in there. Two coaches who have faced off on numerous occasions, each coming away with a handful of wins. But we'll see there. Early impressions are that Kohler will be taking this one, but we'll take a closer look at that later. In the grand scheme of things, we have revealed the NFC East, the NFC South, the NFC North, AFC North, and AFC East. And just looking at the picture right now, NFC, hands down, is the better conference. I don't see any competition in the AFC as of this moment that could take down pretty much anybody in the NFC South. I even go as far to say the NFC North as well. But we'll see. We have the AFC South yet to go and the AFC West. And in the NFC, we have the NFC West, which could potentially be very interesting, or it could potentially suck, depending on how you look at it. Thank you for joining me for another Madden Guardians reveal. I hope to do more of these in the future. This is very fun to do. We'll see you next time for another reveal.
What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in. I got options. I can pass that bitch like Stockton.